Okay, I've started the recording again. Okay, so here we go, adventure team. My name is Millie. I know I've sent you so many emails over the last however long, but you've probably been talking to Liv and Zoe, getting you all organized. Anyway, while you're away, I'm in charge of making sure that you are at the right place at the right time, talking to the guides, managing your kind of health and general enjoyment of the program. So I am the one that's watching throughout the next 4 weeks. So to kickstart your itinerary, on Thursday, you're all going to check yourself in onto that British Airways flight at Gatwick, okay? Don't try and meet everyone. It's so complex getting through and getting logged in, checked in. Just do that by yourself and go through. What we recommend to everybody is that you go through to the other side through passport control and meet at Costa Coffee. If any of you can think of any brighter, nicer places, I know there's a Wagamama's through there, but Costa Coffee, those can have breakfast, those cannot, and you can make your plan from there. Okay, you won't be sitting next to each other on the airplane, but that's no problem. It's just like easier to kind of down and just kind of chill and watch all the telly. On arrival at Costa Rica, you're going to come through passport control, your last bag check, and you are all going to be picked up at arrival. So look out for the LEAP Jaquera, it might say that, or the LEAP sign, and you're going to get taken straight to the Rosa of America for your first night. Now, flight dependent of the timings, whether you're hungry, because really you can stay in the hotel and have something to eat, but the guides will probably want to take you to this kind of cheeky little kind of local restaurant around the corner. It doesn't look anything special, as in you've got kind of plastic seats and it looks revolting, but the food's really delicious and you can get, a flavor of the local food. So take about kind of $20 to cover that if you want to eat on that first night. But if you're like me, you might have eaten so much on the airplane that you might not be hungry or nervous or a bit of both. So anyway, the next morning, you will be up and at it. Now the time difference is a bit of a killer. Okay, so brace yourself for this. I never know quite what to advise, whether you should snooze on the plane or if you just push through, because it's 6 hours, it's 5 or 6 hours right now behind. Okay, so you will be exhausted, but push through, and then you probably get a second wind, and then you won't be able to get to sleep. And then the first morning, you'll be wake up at 4, even if you went to bed at 2. So it is quite chaotic for the first few days, which can make people feel a bit out of sorts. So just brace yourself and just know that after 3 or 4 nights, that will really shake itself out. Okay. Your first stop is going to be into the cloud forest, into Monteverde. Now that is cold. So it's not cold. It's like a kind of English day, but you will want to wear long trousers and a long sleeve top, and maybe in the evenings, one of those little puffer jackets or a hoodie. But that is going to be your, Santa Teresa is going to be sunny, shorts and t-shirts. But when you get up to Monteverde, you'll think, ooh, yeah, this is quite chilly. You stay right in the center of town. It's a really groovy little town. Great guides we've got there. You've got the same 2 guides throughout. Kira, which is one of Chris, who's our main man in Costa Rica. It's his daughter. She is gorgeous. She's going to be in charge. And in Monteverde, it's about exploring the cloud forest. So you'll be taken on treks. But if you want to do anything in addition, where you want to spend your money is to do the zip wiring experience. I think it's about $60 currently. You've got to do it. It's so scary, but it's so exhilarating. And I think that is the best place to do it. You do have another chance to do it later on when you're in Quipos near Manuel Antonio National Park. But I think the Monteverde is better. Okay, so definitely, try that. From Monteverde, you're going to go down to Samara Beach. Very nice. Introduce you to the Pacific coast. Now it's here that the team gets split into two. Half the team will stay at the beach while half of you go to Buena Vista, which is the turtle sanctuary, and for 3 days, and then you cross over. Now, Samara Beach has got that cool, hip surf vibe, so you'll just love that. The turtle sanctuary is basic Robinson Crusoe. So there is absolutely zip luxury there. It's quite hardcore. It's string up your mosquito net and away you go. But you are going into the turtle season. So fingers crossed, you're going to see some baby turtles and you will love the experience of being so remote. After that, you're all going to move to Quipos, which is Manuel Antonio National Park. This is your community phase. So this is where this time last year we set about and rebuilt this community. It's a wonderful, wonderful story. It was completely run down, not the community, but their setup. So we built this community center and up kind of sorted out their playground area. And now it's a place for all the kids to go to after school while their parents are at work. And you'll just have lovely days with all these kids, teaching them, painting, all sorts of activities go on, and general upkeep of the area. At the same time, you'll do amazing waterfall hikes into the national park, sunrise hikes. So you'll really see what it's like off-grid in Costa Rica. Then you'll move for your final phase. And this will be your toughest phase. This is going into the Sun Rescue Wildlife Center. It's beautifully run. It's a great setup. It's comfortable where you live. It's got a little pool there, but the work is roll your sleeves up, girls. It is kind of manual labor. So this is where you kind of think, oh my sweet Jesus, what are we doing? Doing the kind of the fencing, cleaning out trenches. This is where, you will laugh, and the humor and the bonding really comes as you look at each other thinking, what did we sign up for? But I know the guides are brilliant at kind of seeing how far you've got, where your morale is. And if you're thinking, holy moly, this is really, really hard, they will whip you off for a kind of a quick day of downtime at the beach, kind of doing more waterfalls. There's more waterfalls around there. But the aim of this 4 weeks is that you've experienced more, what you can't experience in Costa Rica as a tourist. So yes, you can experience Monteverde, but you're going to go on treks with our guides up there, which are not available to the backpacker. Samara, the turtle sanctuary, going to work in the community center and in this wildlife sanctuary. So you've got contrasting phases to really show you the kind of what Costa Rica is all about, which is wildlife, people, the environment, and it is just so beautiful. After your 4 weeks, I guarantee that none of you will be coming home. In fact, just give me a hands up. Who is intending to travel on afterwards? Okay, who's coming home? Okay, Dominique, Emma, and Olivia. Okay, right. Well, in week 3, I don't want you to even think about your onward plans. I just want you to get there, make friends, get into the kind of the humor and the team spirit of it. And then in week 3 and week 4, we will start nudging you what you're going to do. So those that are coming home, that's fine. You're all organized. Those that are going on, great. We just need to change your flight. So you'll need to think if you're going to go traveling north of Central America or south down to South America to get your return flight flipped to coming out of a distant destination. We will then give you access to Leap VIP, which is a kind of helping sounding board for everybody going on with travel. It gives you backpacker favorites in each country and will just help get you organized. Okay, so you'll start thinking about that in week 3 and week 4, but there's masses for you to do. After this, you'll probably want to go to Santa Teresa, Tamarindo, which is COVID central, loads to do, maybe up to Guatemala, maybe up to Mexico, but all to be sorted. Okay, so right now, any questions on the itinerary? No? You sure? Sure. Okay. Airport pickup. We've discussed that. You will be picked up. Money. Okay. How kind of money management and how much to budget extra. I'm telling you now, Costa Rica is the most expensive country in Central America. So you have got to be savvy. You could go and have cocktails at $10 a cocktail, or you could choose not to and go to the supermarket and buy your own cocktail mix and, you know, be creative. Look for happy hour. Don't go to the high-end restaurants. Look for the local restaurants. So there are evening meals in Monteverde are not included. In Samara, they're not included, but in Asvo they are, Quipos they are, and Sun Rescue they are. So it's the first section, the first 10 days where you're going to have to budget for an evening meal. Okay, so just be savvy. You should be able to do an evening meal for kind of $10 plus drinks, or even less plus drinks, but it's up to you. Take with you, I would, $100 in cash on you just to start the ball rolling, and you just kind of have that as an emergency fund in your wallet. But when you're out there, you will get the local currency from the ATMs, which are everywhere. Okay, Revolut Monzo. Has anyone got one of those cards? Yeah, most of you have them now. Those are really good because they don't charge you, but do take a debit card or a credit card as well as backup. Okay. Phones. Please take a backup phone, because if you lose or break your phone in Costa Rica, it is really hard to get another one. They're really, really expensive. So somewhere in your house, you will have a second-hand rubbishy phone to use as a backup phone. There's Wi-Fi everywhere in Costa Rica, in every single cafe, restaurant, and hostel house that you're staying in. The only one where it's a bit sketchy is when you're on Quipos in the house, but you'll be taken out, you know, at various places throughout the day to check on your Wi-Fi. But if you want to get a local SIM card, it's probably better to use your burner phone for the SIM card, and just make sure that it is unlocked. And the SIM cards sold all over Costa Rica for next to nothing. Okay. COVID health lateral flows. Okay. One thing, especially for you lot who are wanting to travel on, Costa Rica are really strict about COVID. Okay, especially now they've got this new golden rule that for every you can't enter anywhere without showing your COVID certificate. So yes, have your COVID certificates on your phone in that folders area, but print them off. Just have them in your money belt at all times, so you could just kind of show them that. Please take lateral flow tests with you, because, you know, just in case, we don't want you to go testing yourselves left, right, and center. I probably imagine that most of you have had the new variant over Christmas, but you know, it is a risk. If somebody does get COVID while you were out there, we will manage it. We will not shove you into some government hotel and leave you there. You will stay with the team, but you will be kind of put into a room on your own. So we will manage it there. So no one get freaked out if they get COVID. We will keep the show on the road. Health. The first week, especially for you guys, is dehydration. please, please keep drinking, especially in places like the Sun Rescue where you're doing physical labor. And what happens in the first week, especially, is that you are working hard in the sunshine. You don't drink enough. You get the headaches and the joint aches, and everyone assumes they've got COVID, and there's panic in the house. You won't. More than likely, you've just got dehydration, and it feels just like COVID with exceptional headaches and joint aches. So be mindful of that. Mosquito bites, cuts, anything like that, you are to manage really well. They are the more risky to you than COVID. They can get infected. In that heat and humidity, a simple cut, well, it just doesn't heal like it would in England. So you need to keep it really clean and manage, keep looking at it. If you suddenly get red rings around it, it needs antibiotics. But also, if it's really sore and there are no red rings, but it's not improving, the infection could be going down into your skin. That is serious and needs looking at. So anything that's not healing, show the guides and keep on top of it. In your medical kit, take things like Savlon, blisters in case you get blisters from kind of walking around, mosquito spray, really important, suntan lotion. It's amazing how many people forget that. After sun, my son's just gone to Colombia. We forgot to pack that too. So, the simple things, you can buy everything like shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, but suntan lotion is quite expensive. So shove a couple in your bag. When it comes to what type of bag, are you all thinking of taking a rucksack? Yes, no, yeah, okay. I don't mind if you suddenly think, God, I hate rucksacks, and a lot of people email us saying, can I take those soft kind of duffel bags? You could take that. You could take any type of bag. What we don't want is anything hard, because they're unwieldy and they can't go on the top of the buses and get shoved in corners. But rucksacks are good. Packing cubes inside the rucksacks are really good for rucksack management. And everything on the kit list is there for a reason. So don't think I can live without that, just pack it. Okay, so it's kind of tried and tested from groups before, especially, kind of living on the beach. A waterproof cover for your phone is always good, or those little sail bags you get on the beach, which you kind of roll up and everything then is protected from the water. Airport admin is one of the last things to discuss. With British Airways, as I found out with my son last week, it is a nightmare to check in online. If you can't check in online, don't panic, just turn up early at the airport and it will be absolutely fine. Just have printed off with you your printed vaccination certificate. They will want to see that. And after this meeting, I'm going to send you an email with your final piece of detail, which you need to get. You could do on Tuesday or Wednesday, which is your Costa Rican health form called the Salud form. Okay, that gives you the QR code to get onto the aeroplane. So with that, I will give you the full instructions in the email, but do that Wednesday and Thursday and print off the QR code that you're given. Okay, there's nothing worse. People get really stressed at the airport, can't find emails, can't find, your phone suddenly loses battery and there's panic in the house. So print everything off. Also print off your insurance, because occasionally in Costa Rica, they ask you for, does your insurance have proof of COVID? And the answer is yes, it does. If you've got the Campbell Irvine, or if you've got whatever insurance you've got, just print it off, because that's one of the questions they can ask. I'm just looking at my little list. Hold on. Anything from you girls? Admin's all done. You've been very good with your admin. Get a gold star from Liv and Zoe. So that is it from me. Any questions from any of you guys? Sure, none of you have got a question. I bet you have. You see, you're going to go off the Zoom call and you're going to think, damn, I wish I'd asked.
I've got one question.
Oh, go, where? Who's that?
It's just with the kit, with
Yeah.
like, you know, the mosquito nets. Does it have to have a stand or not?
No.
Okay, because I didn't know if we needed one or not, but I got one without, so.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay,
Cheap
that's
and
fine.
cheerful. Cheap and cheerful. One that you just hook from the ceiling and drop down. Okay. One hoodie, loads of bikinis, loads of kind of sweat tops. When you're not in Monteverde, the climate is hot and very humid. So yes, you are going to really sweat like a banshee. So, you know, if you're looking at heavy, thick t-shirts, jeans, don't pack them because you won't wear them and they're really, really heavy and uncomfortable. If you're going up to Guatemala, if you're going up to Mexico, the only time when you're going to be cold is in Guatemala doing the volcano climb. This is for the travelers on traveling. And you can hire all the cold gear for that, including the sleeping bag. So you'll be fine. If you're going south, again, Peru, the Machu Picchu climb, you can hire that. So you just think hot, sweaty, is this piece of kit going to be worth taking? Okay. Oh, shoes. You're going to do lots of kind of trekking and slipping around in the jungle. Take a pair of trainers, kind of one that you can wear during the day and go out in the evenings. I know that look that, you know, is pretty cool, but one look that isn't pretty cool is a pair of trainers which have got a grippy sole, which you're going to think, God, those are sad and ugly, but actually they're going to be really useful when you're, you know, slipping around in the jungle. We always recommend the Salomon all trackers. What are they? Speed Cross. Salomon Speed Cross is what I'm thinking of. You can Google that and think, God, she must be joking. I'd rather die than see a pair of those on my feet. But you'll get the gist of what I mean. Okay, you're not going trekking with a pair of flip-flops on. Old tatty clothes, especially when you're on the sun rescue, old tatty clothes are required. Things that you will probably throw away at the end of that time.
Don't take anything white because your sun bleaches it yellow.
Oh, Zoe says, don't take anything white because your suntan bleaches it yellow. Really?
Yeah, the sun cream bleaches it and then you have to throw it away and it's just.
She's got OCD, I'm not sure. Anyway, so there we go. So you're going on Thursday. Get all organized by the end of Tuesday, everything in your bag. Try and do your salute form on Tuesday. If it doesn't work, it will definitely work on Wednesday. It can be quite temperamental. I'm going to send you the email in the next hour or so. You are good to go. Have fun, girls.
Do us proud.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Thanks.